aches. So does my head. I open my eyes slowly and find myself back in the sleep study room. I take a moment to inspect it more carefully. It's modestly decorated, but the colors appear carefully selected to be as uninteresting as possible. I'm lying in a bed. The mattress is equally bland. Not terribly comfortable, not terribly uncomfortable. All in all, I've never seen a room quite so neutral. So, we meet again.
Kangai.
I turn my head to see Li Mei sitting in a chair beside my bed. Hey, what happened?
You passed out.
Aki leans against the wall at the far end of the room. Her arms are crossed and her expression remains casual.
Don't say any more. Someone might be listening.
Her eyes briefly flick towards the mirror set into the wall. Right. I hope Jupiter and her team aren't observing me right now. That'd be all kinds of creepy. I give Aki a small nod and turn my head to face the ceiling again. Where's Kizaki?
He's sleeping at the dorm.
Is he okay?
No, he isn't. He's overwhelmed and sick.
Sorry. I turn my head back and forth to inspect the bland room. So what am I doing here?
Resting. Aaron's in his bed, Kizaki's in the other one. We figured you'd like a proper place to rest other than the floor.
Thanks. Aki allowed a thin smile to crackle across her face.
Thank Li Mei. She's the one who did most of the heavy lifting.
She sounds terse. Is there something I'm missing?
What are you talking about?
I mean, are you mad at me or something? Aki's expression tightens.
You let my brother go off on his own. You let him experience that horror.
I let him go? Since when was I his babysitter? In case you haven't noticed, he's a grown adult. He's not a child to be doted on. Li Mei glances at me, then Aki. She looks worried.
I'm well aware he's not a child, but I'm not sure you understand that.
Also, can't Li Mei sense if somebody's watching us right now?
You're the one who dismissed his concerns. If you trusted his judgment, you wouldn't have sent him off on his own like that.
That doesn't change the fact that it was his choice to go.
Kangai.
You know what? I think you're angry because he went and did something without your precious permission. I've seen how you treat him. You tell him where to go and what to say without any regard for what he wants. You just hate the fact that he made a decision without your approval. Aki's eyes widen and she advances towards me.
You don't understand what it's like for him!
Li Mei stands quickly and places herself between us.
Stop.
It's the first time I've seen her look so determined.
You're both scared and confused, and you're mistaking it for anger. We only have each other. Please do not destroy what we have.
Li Mei's a good
Li Mei.
girl. Li Mei nods at Aki.
Go see him. He needs you.
With a sigh, Aki steps back and shakes her head.
You're right.
She smiles sadly at Li Mei.
I'm sorry for making this hard on you.
She takes a moment to regain her composure before speaking again.
We'll have to talk later, Con. About what happened at the tower.
Oh, right. Yeah. Aki nods and shuts the door softly behind her. Li Mei sits at the foot of my bed and stares at me with wide eyes.
You're hurting.
A little. I'm still not sure what happened.
What?
Li Mei's voice is so quiet, I almost missed what she said. What? I lean towards her and she lowers her head to meet mine.
Kansai is strongest through touch. Contact with blood amplifies it. It is the purest and the strongest.
I really wish that her S's didn't whistle like that. She reaches out and places her hand on mine for a brief second before flinching. My head is still throbbing. It must hurt her too much to simply touch me. I'm sorry.
No.
She turns away from me. I can tell she wants to say more, but she's struggling to find the words. We sit in a tense silence for a minute, avoiding eye contact. Listen. Li Mei shakes her head.
Please, just rest.
She smiles and rests her hand gently on mine again.
I will be near.
Thanks. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. This time sleep comes easily. Gone are the bright lights and the weight on my chest. I feel like I can breathe again. I'm not sure how long I sleep, but by the time I wake up, my mind is a lot clearer. Wow. I sit up slowly. My body feels stiff. I look around the room. Li Mei is in the chair beside me, sleeping. Even in sleep, she sits upright, hands folded neatly in her lap. If it weren't for the subtle motion of her breathing, I'd mistake her for a work of art shaped by a master artisan. The lighting is still neutral. I can't tell if it's day or night. Now that I think about it, this room reminds me of that place. The lights were always the same, and the colors were always neutral. That brings back bad memories. I reach out and place my hand gently on Li Mei's. Her skin feels cold to the touch. Li Mei? Her eyes fly open. In a single unbroken motion, she leaps to her feet and snatches up the pen on the table. She brandishes at me like a small dagger. Whoa, 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 whoa! I curl up on the bed and hold my hands up in self-defense. It's just me. She looks surprised. I didn't mean to startle you, it's just... I thought you might be sick or something. Li Mei blinks a few times, as if she's just waking up for the first time. She looks down at the pen still clutched in her hand and flushes a light pink. Oh yeah, it's great when she gets intimidating. I'm still completely convinced that Li Mei is like an ex-government assassin. Everything about her says ex-assassin. She tosses the pen back on the table and averts her gaze.
No.
Okay, I get the hint. Conversation over. How long was I out for? She points to the bedside table. Unsurprisingly, Team Science has refrained from leaving a clock in the room, but the phone that Aki gave me is sitting next to the lamp. I pick it up and look at the screen. It's 5 p.m. already? Yeah, the chat agrees that that face is the face of an assassin. Wow, did I really sleep that long? Li Mei nods. Where are the others?
Gone.
Okay. I dial Aki's number. The phone only rings once before she answers.
Khan, you're awake!
Evidently. Where are you?
Back at the dorms. Taking care of Kizaki right now.
Kizaki? Someone must be with her if she's calling him that. I can hear the faint sound of frenzy music in the background. Some sort of video game? Aaron's with you, isn't he?
Got it in one. How are you feeling?
Oh, I hate that catchphrase. Like my head just got bashed in with a giant bell. She laughs, but it's forced.
Yeah, this day didn't turn out quite like we planned, huh?
I'm sure it went well according to someone's plan. She's quiet for a moment.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing. Why don't you come back to the dorms and we can chat about it?
Sounds good. I'm starving, though.
Cafeteria's still open. Do you have your card?
Check my pocket. Yeah.
The two of you should get some food then. Come back when you're done.
Sounds good.
Talk to you later.
Oh man, I hope I get an option for what food to pick. I hang up and turn to find Li Mei looking at me expectantly. Aki says we should get something to eat.
Okay.
I like how she's also just following Aki without question. Like she has no prerogatives of her own. The hallway's still lit up with piercing light, but I know that it's night outside. It feels a little colder. Oh, but now that I know that it's night outside, it feels a little colder. It's psychosomatic. I walk slowly, carefully placing one foot in front of the next. I'm still feeling ill from whatever that was. Yeah, being ripped in half. Li Mei halts in her tracks and tilts her head to the side. What's wrong? She glances at the door to the main lab. There's some sort of sound coming from inside. It sounds like someone talking. No, it's more panic than that. Is someone in trouble? Yeah, it's true. If Li Mei were an assassin, she'd just be used to taking orders. But it's kind of weird that she doesn't want to, like, break away from that lifestyle and make her own decisions. I guess if she's pretty young now, so she must have been raised from, like, birth. She's like a Cassandra Cain.
Don't let it get away!
Uh-oh. A blur of fur darts between my legs and into the hallway. Before I can react, Li Mei steps forward and scoops it up in both hands. It's a small white rabbit with shining red eyes. Li Mei carries it back into the lab.
Thank you so much.
Jupiter runs forward and lifts the rabbit from Li Mei's hands. She walks it back to a small cage, lowers the rabbit in, and shuts the door tightly. Jupiter leans back against the cabinet and sighs.
Crisis averted.
Albino bun. Yeah. Li Mei tentatively approaches the cage. Her eyes are wide with curiosity.
It's okay. You can look.
Li Mei nods and I can see a faint smile on her face.
Thank you.
She's loving that rabbit. I also don't know if she can sense animal emotions. The rabbit turns to her and its nose twitches. Li Mei scrunches up her nose to mirror its actions. I guess she's also albino. Like, because Aki and Naoki just have like purple hair with a white streak, so I don't know what's off limits. But it seems like everyone has a natural hair color except for the twins who are probably dyed. Maybe the streak isn't. I don't know. Aki and Naoki are absolute mutants. but she's like a real albino.
Looks like you've made a friend.
Li Mei nods once and leans in even closer. Jupiter smiles. She looks a lot more relaxed than she did this morning. You look happy.
Happy might be pushing it, but I'm definitely feeling better. Sometimes it's hard to keep a cool head when dealing with all the administration.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Especially when the second in command slacks off all the time.
Second in command?
David, he's supposed to be in charge of inventory and making sure everything is where it belongs.
So this David guy had access to the footage, and also he's a jerk. She points at the rabbit.
Like making sure all the rabbits' cages are locked properly.
I see he takes his job very seriously.
Indeed.
So what's up with the rabbit anyway? Are you giving it super soldier serum, gamma radiation, Captain America and Hulk references?
Nothing so dramatic. Just examining the effects of some drugs on various organs.
Oh yeah? Curing cancer, huh? Jupiter rolls her eyes.
Hardly. What's the phrase? Too many cooks in the kitchen?
Well, don't inject it with just everything and be like, yup, it's dead. We can conclude that chemicals can kill stuff eventually. Too many cooks spoil the pot, I think. Jupiter considers the phrase for a moment.
Cancer isn't the only disease in the world, but it looks like it if you see what drug companies spend money on.
I'll bet. Which is too bad, because I think they're called retroviruses, viruses that have been conditioned to explicitly target cancer cells. Those seem to be like the best cure for, like, probably not all cancer. I don't want to blanket it. I'm not a medical scientist of some kind. But I think retroviruses are like the best way to treat cancer, even though they aren't really getting enough use, because they're still experiment, I don't know. I guess you don't want like a horrible plague that will spread like cancer and also devour all of your cells. That might be bad, so I can see why they're a little iffy about it, but pretty sure it works. Pretty sure you gotta get those retroviruses going. Anyway, that's cancer talk. So you're not in it for the money.
I have enough already.
Jupiter brushes the question aside. So, how exactly do you determine the effects of these drugs anyway? Jupiter stares at me sympathetically before glancing at Li Mei. Li Mei straightens up and faces her calmly.
Do not worry on my account.
You definitely cut open that rabbit.
This creature was born only to die for the sake of others. I understand.
That is the most assassin shit anyone could say ever! She is clearly an assassin! That's basically confirmation. Oh. I stare at the floor and kick at it a few times. That killed the conversation pretty fast. So, about earlier.
Don't worry about it. You're not the prime suspect anymore.
What? You mean my name is cleared?
Yes, I calculated the thief's height based on his surroundings and matched it to you.
What?
It's not that hard to figure out if I have a frame of reference.
It's a pretty empty hallway, but cool.
That man is about 10 centimeters taller than you.
Ha! Oh, well, that's good, I think.
Good for you, perhaps, but now I don't have any leads.
You have the dude's face on camera. Must be rough trying to take care of the lab, especially after what happened to Dr. Johansson. Her eyes darken.
What are you talking about? Did something happen to him?
Oh shit, girl, I got some bad news. Well, she doesn't know? No doubt the police want to keep it under wraps, but she worked with him. Why didn't they tell her about it? What am I gonna do now? Why would I not tell her the truth? Right? Right? Place your bets? Yeah, no, it'd be such a weird back down if I'm like, oh, well, I just heard he was... And then she'd find out that I'm lying later anyway. I gotta be real, right? You will soon learn to appreciate me. Changing the DNA structure is not easy exactly, besides the cancer industry doesn't want to cure. Yeah, no, we got, I mean, I don't fully subscribe to the whole big pharma conspiracy level, but it's clearly profitable for cancer to be treated inefficiently because they can charge whatever they want because it's people's lives at stake. So yeah, I get it, but I don't know, man. Capitalism is bad. We have outgrown capitalism because now we have the point where it's like, it's not profitable to do things that we absolutely should for all of humanity's well-being, including the rich people's. So if we stop progressing in the name of money, in the name of an artificial system, any artificial system that we've created, it's stupid. Oh no, this is like official nurse canon that the cancer industry doesn't want to cure. If there were infrastructure in Canada, it would collapse. Yeah, the infrastructure in Canada would collapse from it. It would just... We have so much economy invested, jobs and everything, in So yeah, it would ruin our economy to cure cancer. That's fun. See, this is the prisoner's dilemma. If every country in the world just found a solution together, if they collaborated on it, then they can make it work. But it's best for every individual country to be like, oh, well, cancer, let's keep mongering money off that. Anyway, he died.
What? You're kidding, right?
Man, I wish. Not really. I'm sorry. Wow, that was probably the worst way to inform someone of a death ever.
What happened? Was it here?
Yeah, Aaron and Kazaki were the ones who found the body.
First his old research is stolen, and now this.
Jupiter begins to absentmindedly chew on her nail. What? What are you talking about?
I can't be sure, but...
She stands abruptly.
I'm sorry, but I have a lot of work to do. Can you both leave now?
Li Mei casts a final longing glance at the rabbit before following me out of the lab.